Hello everybody, welcome back to Bearware the Terrible. I'm just gonna turn on the music real quick. So today we have a new deck for you called the Split Squash. I'm just gonna check that everything is running real quick, just 1 second. Okay. So our deck today is called Split Squash, featuring our Wobbuffet from Evolving Skies. So Single Strike Wobbuffet has the Mirror Pain attack, allowing you to put damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon equal to the number of damage counter on any one of your bench Pokemon. So your bench Pokemon doesn't have to be Single Strike, but we are using our Single Strike Duraludon VMAX just because it has 330 HP. Not only that, it is a Dragon type. That means you have no weakness, you have no resistance with this Pokemon. And also we are using our Big Charm to be able to add the HP by 30 HP, and we even have our Abomasnow toughness boost to add that 50 HP to all of our single strike Pokemon, not only our Duraludon VMAX, also our Wobbuffet and our Abomasnow as well. Sorry, except for your Abomasnow. So toughness boost, the ability, actually you don't get to all of your single strike Pokemon in play gets plus 50 HP except Abomasnow. So the HP of Abomasnow is still 140, but at least you get to boost your Duraludon VMAX up to 410 HP after attaching that Big Charm onto your Duraludon, which is why we have 3 Big Charms, 3 copies of our Big Charm and 2 copies of each Abomasnow and Snubber in this deck. And we also have 4 copies of Wobbuffet. For the Mirror Pain attack, we can also attack with this card, so we are planning on using G-Max Pulverization, 220 damage, and you get to ignore all effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So essentially you get to hit a Glaceon VMAX, you get to hit Decidueye, Altaria, you get to hit Zamazenta, you get to hit anything with your Duraludon VMAX, you even get to hit your opposing Duraludon VMAX. So this is how strong that attack is. That is why we have our fighting, we have 2 copies of Fighting Energy, 4 copies of Metal Energy, and 3 copies of Aurora. So Aurora allows you to, attach for either that fighting or that metal cost, and you also get a lot of your basic energy cards as well. We have 4 copies of our 4 copies of Twin Energy in this deck just to allow us to fast charge our Wobbuffet to use Mirror Pain very easy. So to be able to use Mirror Pain, we need to switch our Pokemon very easily. How do we do that? We need Wobbuffet to put Wobbuffet as the new active. That is why we need our Switch cards. We have 4 copies of Switch and 2 Bird Keepers in this deck to be able to make sure our Wobbuffet becomes the new active very easily, and that actually allows us to hit immediately after tanking damage with our Duraludon VMAX. Duraludon VMAX Skyscraper ability, very strong as well. If your opponent has any special energy attached to them, they can't actually damage your Duraludon. They can still poison you with a Slowking VMAX. They can still use the effects of attacks to knock out your Duraludon VMAX. So if they actually knock out your Duraludon with one hit, either a Rayquaza VMAX or an Alcremie VMAX or things like that, then you can't actually hope to use your Mirror Pain anymore. So if they actually if they pass the turn until they get the right cards to be able to knock out your Duraludon VMAX with one hit, then you can't actually do anything. You know, that is basically the what do you call that? The main the diffuser for this deck. They can actually diffuse your Duraludon bomb by doing one-hit knockouts. So if they do one-hit knockouts, you can't actually attack with your Mirror Pain anymore. Mirror Pain is essentially useless if they plan on knocking out your Duraludon VMAX with one hit. That is why we have all of those basic energy cards to be able to attack with G-Max Pulverization, but we are attaching energy cards one at a time to our Duraludon VMAX, very slowly attaching it. So if they don't actually do things fast enough, we can still attack with this card. So that is all for this deck. That is the main strategy for it. We have our supporter cards, the regular supporter cards, 3 Marnies, 3 Research, and also I think we have 3 Research, 3 Marnie, my bad, 1 Corina's Focus, 2 Bird Keeper, 1 Pierre's. Pierre's allows us to get our special energy card as well. Also our Aurora, just in case we don't get that 2 fighting energy cards in hand. And we also have Sonia to either get our basic energy cards or our basic Pokemon, because we need a lot of basic Pokemon to start with. At least 1 Duraludon and 1 Snubber to begin with, and 4 Quick Balls to summon those basic Pokemon as well. 4 Switch cards, 1 Dina Tree Hill to prevent our opponent from healing, because our Mirror Pain doesn't actually do enough damage. If they hit less than 300 damage to your Duraludon VMAX, and then on the next hit they can actually knock it out, then you have to switch to your Wobbuffet to use Mirror Pain already. And if they use a Cheryl before you can knock them out with your second Mirror Pain or your second Gmax Pulverization, then that Cheryl is gonna do a lot for them. So that is why we have that one copy of our Dinner Tree Hill. If they play a lot of Cheryls in their deck, if they play Corviknight VMAX, Bronzong, I'm sorry to say, but this deck has a very low chance of winning. But if they play other decks, then you know, because we are actually using a one price card to do 200 plus damage, you can even tank up to 300 plus damage with your Duraludon. Just because we have so high HP, 410 is a lot. All we need to do is attach that big charm and get evolve this card as soon as possible, so that we get to boost its toughness until up to 410 HP, which is a lot for a VMAX even. So we have that one copy of Boss Order in this deck as well, and also 4 copies of Evolution Incense and 2 Crobats and 1 Avery. So that's all for the deck list. Let's go ahead for gameplay. I actually forgot to check the chat, so I'm just gonna go to standard here and split squash. There we go. I'm gonna set up my chat right now. You are going down. Oh my gosh, I love that name. Okay, the chat is going on. If you guys wanna, you know, say anything, I'm here to moderate or whatever. So here we got our first Duraludon to start with. That's perfect. We got Metal Energy. We got no Aurora, no supporter cards. That's not good. Sonia also allows you to draw cards with your one Crobat. With your 2 Crobats in your deck. Unless they play a Path to the Peak, obviously. So let's get a Crobat, because we are actually stuck with nothing. Should we just get Snubber? I don't think I want to do Snubber. So if they Marnie us, it's gonna be good, because it doesn't look like we have a good hand anyways. Oh shit, they are using Mind Ruler. I forgot to check what attack they're using. Mind Ruler does a lot of damage if you have a lot of cards in your hand, but there's no more surprise box. No more surprise box, so that we don't have to worry about that Alakazam that much. The only way you can do more damage with this card is with your Alcremie, the Sharing Sweets Alcremie, allowing you to force your opponent to draw that extra card from their deck. And also the Shift Try. Vivid Voltage, if I'm not mistaken. Shift Try from Vivid Voltage has the ability that forces your opponent to that turns all effects of your opponent's supporter cards into a hop. So if they play a boss order, that supporter card is gonna has the effect of drawing 3 cards instead of its normal effect. So let's just use, should we just tank more damage? Or should we just use 180? I don't think it's gonna do anything. They can't knock us out though. Can they knock us out? 3. I don't think they can knock us out. So let's just waste 1 Evolution Incense, just to make full sure that they can actually. If they have a Marnie, they actually can. My bad. Oh well, let's just do it anyways. Marnie is gonna kill us. Marnie, Mind Ruler. I suppose Marnie is the only way they can force us to draw, to do a minimum of 120 damage. We don't have Big Charm on that thing. We don't have Abomasnow out yet, so there's no way we can avoid the knockout hit if they use that Marnie. So here comes Dragon Ball. 180 twice is gonna kill it, so I'm not too worried now. If they use Crushing Hammer on us though, I would be quite worried. So let's just, oh shit. Oh well, we at least got to do more damage, I suppose. So now they can actually, hit our bench Pokemon at the same time. Prevent all damage. So damage counter is the effect of an attack as well. I think even if you damage your opponent's bench Pokemon with the effect of your attack, you still get to protect from damage, you know, because it is still damage. So let's just knock it out now. We're not gonna get Aurora card. We're not gonna be that lucky. So, oh wow, we actually got it. Oh well. If we get a Bird Keeper or a Switch, that would be great. We do have a lot of Switch cards in this deck. So first game is going quite smoothly. But we do have to be careful though, because we are running out of cards. We only have 4 copies of Wobbuffet. No way of recycling this card. No way of retrieving that Pokemon card, because Rescue Carrier doesn't work for Wobbuffet. Rod, we have 0 Rods in this deck, 0 Clara, and 0 Brock's Great. Brock's Great is no longer allowed anyways, so Sacred Ash would be great though. Sacred Ash is the the expanded card that allows you to shuffle 5 Pokemon cards from your discard pile back into your deck. So Sacred Ash is quite interesting. It's kind of like energy recycler except for Pokemon cards. So they just use Dream Gift, passing the turn. So all we need to do is knock out another V card for the win. That's all we need to do. And I think they're gonna attack with Sylveon. Oh, they didn't attach any energy card. So I think they may just wait for a boss order or something. So we're just gonna get another Duraludon, I think. It's just smarter to get a Duraludon, I suppose. We have a lot of supporter cards at hand. So I think I may just not play Duraludon this game just because... sorry, not play Abomasnow this game just because I don't think it's gonna help us anymore. We don't need it anymore, because if they are gonna knock us out, they're just gonna kill it with anything, you know? Anything is enough to knock it out. 200 plus damage is enough. So here comes Alakazam. Boss order. Oh my god. Can they knock it out? Oh, they can't because they have Horror Energy card. I think they forgot about it. That's why they use boss order. They forgot about... Yep, they totally forgot about it. Skyscraper, special energy. You can't attack me. So we're just gonna win the game here. We don't even need a switch card really, because we can retreat to Wobbuffet and then do 220, just because that old cemetery gives us that extra 20 damage for a V knockout. Alakazam dead. First game was a win. Perfect. So we won against Shadow Rider with Alakazam and Dragapult VMAX as well. So let's go ahead for our second game. We just have to go through the prize here. And come on. Okay. So this deck is quite weird because you can attack either with your VMAX card or your Wobbuffet. And it's quite weird because to attack with your Wobbuffet, you need to do a lot of switches. Otherwise, you're gonna waste your energy card. That is why we have Bird Keeper and Switch. 4 Switch cards in this deck. No Escape Rope. I don't like Escape Rope because we only have that one boss order. If you Escape Rope, they're very likely to pass the turn attacking with your VMAX or their V card or any high damaging card that because they're trying to knock out your VMAX, so they're very likely to have a very strong attacking Pokemon already in their active spot. So if you use an Escape Rope, then that's gonna destroy you, you know? Escape Rope is gonna destroy you because you're gonna need to find a boss order after using that Escape Rope. And we only have that one copy of boss order in this deck, so should we use that? Because we need energy card. We may just get another twin. Okay, that's really good. So I'm not gonna attach that one. I'm not gonna attach my big charm just because if they tool Scrapper, at least we get another 2 shots. There we go. I knew they were gonna use that. They're probably gonna have Path to the Peak if they're playing Eternatus. Oh no, my bad. Path to the Peak actually is counter-intuitive if you play Eternatus. You can't actually have that Stadium card in play. So if you play Eternatus, you actually need you know, different cards, different Stadium cards just to displace that Path. so that you get to activate your ability once more and have 8 bench Pokemon again. So not only does Avery destroy an Eternatus deck, Path to the Peak as well. So Eternatus is not that strong anymore, but they're not playing Eternatus, they're playing Surfash with fighting energy cards, with that Galarian Zapdos, very obviously. It's the new popular deck that everybody keeps spamming, just because it's super fast. Turbo Surfash deck. Turbo Surfash. So we got Birdkeeper. They use their research, they can't use the Marnie anymore. No Thievals in their deck. So which one should we evolve? Obviously the active, I suppose, because we want to be tanking as much damage as possible. Let's get a Crobat. Oh my god, I really don't know what... Oh my goodness, what just happened? They just let us win. That's weird. Okay, I suppose they may be playing a lot of stone energies in their deck or something. And maybe they got a really bad hand. And 200 damage is not enough. They actually can't... Oh, they can't... They have Zigzagoons though. So 2 strikes is enough to knock us out. If they don't have Zigzagoon or Vitality Band or any Leons or whatever in their deck, if they can't do those extra damage, then 400 damage is actually not enough to knock us out. Because after Big Charm and Toughness boost, obviously we don't have Snubber yet, but we're probably gonna get it later in the game. So if you get a Sonia, it's better to get your Snubber, 1 copy of Snubber and 1 Crobat or your Duraludon. Got Snubber to start with, that's not good. Marnie, Birdkeeper, Boss Order. So we're up against Single Strike. We are Single Strike as well, but we have no Houndoons. We have quite a different formation in our deck. Because we're playing Abomasnow. So no more Birdkeeper, but we at least got another Marnie and an Evolution Incense, but that Abomasnow is dying. It's dead. We have to use a Sonia now. That Wobbuffet is dead as well. But Sonia gives us a good prep. We have to sacrifice 2 prize cards so that we at least get to do something the next turn. If we use a Sonia for those 2 though, we can't actually attach energy card. So I think I'm just gonna get Duraludon and Crobat, and then try to attach an energy card to my Duraludon. If they don't boss order me, that would be great, because at least I get to evolve and do something. So Duraludon and we need energy card. I'm just gonna waste that one because we severely need that energy card to attach to that Duraludon, otherwise we can't do anything. Okay, we got a super bad start, so I don't think we can win if they boss order us. There's no way we can win if they do that, because they're doing 200 damage. Oh, if all they need is 1 single strike though, and they actually have it, so 1 single strike energy is all they need. Bad thing about this Urshifu is that the Cupfu is not a single strike slash rapid strike Pokemon card. So Cupfu has no labels on it. So no labels mean you can't actually use your rapid strike auxiliary to search for that card. You can't use your single strike roar to attach energy to your Cupfu. You actually need to evolve first before you can use the ability. So Umbreon, they didn't actually target our Duraludon. So I suppose they can't knock it out. They can though, can't they? 160. Oh, they can't. 200. But I think if they don't evolve, if they get a boss order, they can knock us out. They probably don't have a boss order though. Oh, 160 is not enough as well. It's 160. Okay. I thought it's 180. We have no choice but to do this. If we evolve, that would be great because Skyscraper actually protects us. Okay, that's perfect. It protects us a lot. We have to use Avery, I suppose. I don't want to use Marnie. We definitely cannot be using a Marnie. So let's discard. We have to discard 2 cards. Oh my god. This is horrible. So I'm gonna discard a Marnie and then Quick Ball for that one. Doesn't seem like a good deal, but I don't really have a choice here. It may actually be wiser to get Quick Ball for another Crobat just because, but now they're down to 3 price cards, so we have to be careful not to put another Crobat actually, because they're gonna win much easier if they use. All they need is another VMAX or a boss order to knock out a bench Crobat and another 1 price card to win the game. So it's actually wiser not to play Crobat anymore. I always forget to count their price cards. So they have hiding energy as well. That's very interesting, but the more special energy you attach, the worse it gets. So they have to retreat to remove those special energies and then reattach one by one, either with a Raihan or from their hand. So I suppose they can still knock us out if they retreat and if they're smart with their strategy. I think we're gonna attach it slowly. Should we attach it slowly? I really don't want to waste that twin energy though, because we have discarded. Oh, I don't really care. We have to attack now. It's better just to attack now. Oh my god, we got nothing. How did we get nothing? This is very frustrating. We cannot put a Crobat. We have to pause the turn until we get that. Until we get another supporter card. But they can't attack us anyway, so. Umbreon VMAX, very interesting card because it has the boss order ability. And you even get to use your Sun and Moon badge, Moon and Sun badge to prevent your opponent from using a boss order on your Umbreon VMAX. So if they use, what else can they use actually? Team Yell, right? They can use boss order or Team Yell to, do effects on your Umbreon or your Espeon VMAXs, or your Espeon VMAX. Essentially using supporter cards to dismantle either energy cards or to draw it into the active spot so that they can actually knock it out. So if you have a Moon and Sun bet, if you have that tool card attached to your VMAX card though, then your Espeon or Umbreon is going to be able to avoid those supporter cards effect. So they're gonna play those supporter card, and the effect is not gonna work, effectively wasting that supporter count on their turn. That's what's gonna happen if you have that tool card. But it's a tool card, you can very easily use a tool scrapper. So Moon and Sun Badge, which is a very interesting card. I'm definitely gonna make a deck from that card. So we are just gonna keep passing the turn. They have a Slow King, I think. Slow King, Word of Ruin, and Slow King VMAX. They can actually poison us as well. So even if they can't put damage, they can still use the effects of attacks. Skyscraper doesn't prevent effects of attacks, so that's why they're using Single Strike Roar, I suppose, but they don't have any more Single Strike energy cards. So they just retreated their Umbreon, that means they have no more special energy on it. So we finally got a Marnie. So let's just compress by a Wobbuffet. Yeah, let's just put one Wobbuffet back. Hope for a energy card. There we go, finally. Okay, we got to attack finally. Big fat Duraludon can finally attack. 220 damage, ignoring all effects. So if they have like stone energies or whatever, you still get to do a raw 220 damage. They cannot reduce damage with effects of attacks, with tool cards, with special energies, with abilities. Nothing works against your GMX pulverization. Zamazenta V, Glaceon VMAX, whatever, Skyscraper, they can't even protect with Skyscraper. So anything you get to hit with your GMX pulverization, even with your... So we have to focus now, even with your, what do you call that, against your Altaria or Decidueye. If they play Altaria Decidueye, you can still avoid those cards. Let's see if we get another switch card, because otherwise we're gonna have to waste another... I don't want to do that though. Another twin energy. We're gonna have to waste another twin energy. Let's just hope we get another switch card. Okay, we got no switch. So we have no choice but to waste another twin energy. Jesus. We got a Bird Keeper, but we can't use two supporter cards. Oh my god, this is miserable. I don't think they can knock us out that easy, so we're just gonna have to attach one energy at a time to that Wobbuffet. I don't care. Even if we wasted 3 twin energies already, at least we get to do... Okay, finally got switch card. It's annoying that those switch doesn't turn up in time. We got a lot of basic energy cards still, so we can attach 2 basic energies to Wobbuffet. But they can boss order knock it out before we actually get to attack with it. So we may have to rely on that final twin energy in preparation for boss orders. But if they boss order us, we can still do a consistent 220 damage. That's how powerful this GMX pulverization is. GMX pulverization, you're doing consistently 220, and you're forcing them to attach energy cards, basic energy cards, one at a time, or either to bring out their Path to the Peak. They need Path to the Peak to be able to attack do damage to your Duraludon VMAX. Otherwise, they cannot bypass that ability. So let's go ahead for another game. I'm not articulating too well. Sorry about that, because my ears are actually weird. I'm listening to some weird music just to block out certain noises that my neighbor is causing. They're causing a lot of havoc, but I'm trying to block them out. So I have my headphones off now, so I'm talking a bit better. So they are playing grass and water type. I'm not sure what they're playing now. They have Inteleon, Drizzile, Shady Dealings. Could be Leafeon VMAX could be Celebi VMAX. You don't see a lot of Celebis because I suppose that card is totally useless. There we go, Leafeon. So greening cells, you actually need basic energy cards to be able to use in your deck to be able to use this ability. So they have a special energy. Okay, they need to retreat now. They need Galarmine, and all they need is Galarmine. Evolve with a Drizzle, Galarmine, and we're dead. So we're gonna get two Duraludons because Duraludon is gonna help us. But we can't attach energy this turn, so I suppose we'll discard a Marnie. Oops, I almost did that. So if they boss or knockout one Duraludon, we have another one to spare. And to use Skyscraper to protect ourselves for a bit longer so that at least, you know, at least we have to force them, at least we get to force them to retreat or switch to get rid of that special energy, or even bring out another Leafeon VMAX and attach energy all over again. So that capture actually delayed them just because we're playing Duraludon. Some people play Duraludon with Scroll of the Fang Dragon. And some people play Rayquaza with Scroll of the Flying Dragon. That's very interesting. But with that Rayquaza, you need Passimian though. If you don't have a Passimian, Flying Dragon is only doing 90 damage for 2 energy discards. Whereas with your Rayquaza Max Burst, you're doing 160 plus that base 20 damage for 2 energy discards. So obviously Max Burst is better if you're targeting the active, but if you're targeting bench Pokemon, you need your Passimian to do extra damage. But it's only doing 120 max. Flying Dragon is not that strong. But if you have your Jumpluff, you may be able to do 240 to their bench Pokemon in a single turn if you can discard 4 energy cards from your Jumpluff, which is basically virtually impossible since you actually need a lot of Flaffies on your bench to be able to pull it off. Because the attack cost is 1 lightning and 1 fire energy. It's not grass energy. You can't use a Charon for that. You can't use Rapid Strike energy for that, but you can still discard your Rapid Strike energy for the cost, for the not for the attack cost, but for the, you know, for the discard cost. You can discard 1 Rapid Strike equal to energies. So let's just evolve this one, I suppose. And attach energy card. Let's not put too many bench Pokemon. And put that one here or there. I think this one is dying regardless. 240, 250 though. Okay, we're putting this here. And then we can actually use a research. Should we use a research? I'm just gonna use a research because it's actually better to draw cards, even if we don't get that. Okay, we got Abomasnow. Wow. Okay, that's perfect. Even if we don't get, even if we wasted that twin energy, it's okay because at least we get to draw more cards and, you know, speed through the deck and then get out the necessary cards later on the next turn. Even if they Marnie us, it's going to be good. It's always good to at least use a supporter card every turn, even if it's a Hop or a Avery or a Birdkeeper or whatever. At least you get to draw a certain amount of cards and go through your deck, you know, run through your deck. What do you call that? Eat through your deck. Because if you don't eat your deck every turn, you're going to be left with nothing, a bad hand. So So they're preparing their next leafeon because they cannot attack with this one. There we go, they're preparing the next one. And they're doing 3, 4, 5, 300 damage, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just discard Marnie. Should we discard Marnie? We have to evolve now. We don't want to discard our switches. So I suppose we have to discard Marnie. Should we discard Marnie? I think I'm just gonna discard research and use a Marnie. They're definitely gonna Marnie us the next turn, so it's just better to prepare. So we got no twin energy now, that is the bad thing. We can switch though, but 300 damage is not gonna be enough to knock out a leafeon. We need 310, that's the bad thing. They're doing only 300 damage to our Duraludon. If only they can do that extra few damage counters. They have Inteleon though, so if they are silly enough to put another 2 damage counter on our VMAX, our active VMAX, then we can actually knock it out with 1 twin energy and a switch. But we need to waste quite a few cards with the research, and we need to be lucky enough to draw another twin energy. So what are they gonna shady dealings now? Evolution, Incense, Switch, definitely. Okay, Inteleon, good Inteleon. Come on, Inteleon. Hit the active, hit the active. They're definitely gonna target this one. Like if they're smart, they're gonna target this one. If they boss or knock this one out, at least we have a Aurora energy waiting. They're drawing so much. They're doing so much with their Drizzle, Inteleon, Scoop Up Net. If they scoop it up, I'm gonna be mad. Oh wow, Chatot, that's so cool. Lucky Match. Nobody plays this card, but it's a strong ability though, because you get to scoop it up and recycle, but you have to flip a coin. Same as Eldegoss V, the effect. Put a support card in your discard pile back into your hand. I'm sure everyone knows that already. So they are not doing a switch, so we actually get to hit it. So they are actually doing 20 damage to us already, so we have to actually be quite careful. So retreat cost is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are doing 300 damage only. Yep. Just checking and double checking. 340 with 2 Inteleon, so they can't knock us out. Like, there's no way they can do that. We got a Pierre's though. We got a Pierre's for that twin energy. Should we use a Pierre's now? They're just gonna Marnie us though. Let's just pretend like we have a bad hand. So we didn't use supporter cards, but we did race through the deck quite a lot. So let's hope if they Marnie us, at least we get a good hand. If we get back a Marnie or another Bird Keeper or something, that would be good. Because we actually put a lot of switch cards back into at the bottom already. I think this is our last, the third and the fourth switch card. So they need a switch because they actually Gallard mine themselves. They Gallard mine themselves. That's hilarious. So Leafeon VMAX, we finally get to actually, you know, scare it a little bit. Because usually this card is invincible. Usually if you play a Leafeon VMAX, you're bound to win. But because Duraludon has that Skyscraper, they can't actually do much just with that one capture energy. If they didn't do that, okay, they're actually trying to wait for that one hit knockout. So it's very pesky, but they're trying to do it. So we actually have to attach to our next Duraludon, prepare our next Duraludon. That would be smart. So I'm gonna get Pierre's, I suppose. Should we use a Crobat? I really don't want to use a Crobat though. Yeah, we can't use a Crobat. Let's just get that Crobat anyways. Okay. I don't think they can knock us out yet, because one Inteleon is not enough. They need 20 more, right? 320, yep. So let's just buy a little bit more time. They're buying their time anyways. They're being very annoying and trying to hit for one-hit knockouts here, but the longer they wait, the more we get to attach energy cards to that second Duraludon, and all we need is that one Aurora energy. We actually used up a lot of Aurora already, so that's our last Aurora, and we have one more fighting energy in the prize card. So they are doing tiny little damage to our Duraludon and waiting for the one-hit knockout. All we need is a big charm to delay them even longer. So big charm does a lot, but obviously Tool Jammer, I forgot about Tool Jammer. Tool Jammer does nothing now. So they know they're not going to be able to knock us out with 320, so they targeted the other one, which I don't think is wise. I mean, if you are doing a certain strategy, it's better to just follow through. But they are backing out now. They are doing a Grass Knot now, definitely for sure, because if they pass a turn again, we're gonna hit it, and all we need is to charge energy one at a time to that other Duraludon to knock out the second VMAX for the win. So that's the power of Wobbuffet. It actually puts pressure and, you know, make them be very afraid of attacking our Duraludon. So now all we need is a switch card. We didn't get a switch card, but we did get twin energy though. Okay, this is annoying. 340. Imagine if we got that switch card. So we're gonna use Crobat for a supporter card. Hopefully a supporter card, because Corina is not gonna help us. Corina is the same. Okay, perfect. We got Bird Keeper and we won the game. Bird Keeper helped us. We are just gonna attach that one just to spite them. And Mirror Pain, 340 damage. Thank you, Inteleon. Bye bye, Leafeon. Oh my gosh, that is so satisfying. We actually killed a VMAX with a Wobbuffet. With a silly little Wobbuffet. Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. Jesse's Wobbuffet. Okay, we got 2 tickets. Wobbuffet with the mirror coat or counter or whatever attack that is. Not sure which game this is already, but I think we have 2 or 3 more games to go before I end this video, because I don't want to go on too long. Normally my videos is 1 hour long, but some videos are like 2 hours long because I got a bit challenged sometimes, because some of my opponents were too strong and I keep losing, or maybe I just had really bad luck and I keep losing, so I had to prove myself and just keep playing until I get enough wins to be able to end the video. Which is quite silly, but oh well. But this deck is doing really good, you know? It's doing quite good, surprisingly. Just because Duraludon is that powerful. We need basic energy. Jesus. Marnie is gonna kill us. I know Marnie is gonna kill us, but Avery is gonna be even worse. Avery is gonna be even worse. Oh shit. Yep, Avery did worse. All they need is to evolve. If they evolve, attach one energy and do damage, we're dead. Garbodor does 130, I think. Oh dear. Oh my god, that is a big mistake there. But if we Marnie, we're not gonna win either. Like, I'm definitely 1000% sure Marnie is not gonna help us. It might be better to switch that with a Great Ball. Great Ball is gonna do much more, I suppose. Marnie is annoying. Sonia is annoying. There are no V-Balls. V-Ball would be very helpful. There is a Battle VIP pass on the next Infusion Strike. There's gonna be Battle VIP pass, but you can't even use that card after your first turn. You can only use that card in your first turn. It is an item card, but you get to summon, I think, 2 basic Pokemon onto your bench. So it's very strong, but you only get to use it in your first turn. Whereas with Sun and Moon, you get your Cherish Ball. Cherish Ball, you actually get to... Okay, we died 240 because we are weak towards the Dark type. So that was not good. But we got a bad hand. We didn't get Quick Balls in time. We have so many basic energy cards. Sorry, basic Pokemons in his deck. 2 Snubbers, 3 Duraludon Vs, 4 Wobbuffets, 2 Crobats. So the fact that we didn't even get a Crobat is bad. Let's see what hand we have now. Okay, we got a good hand now. Duraludon. Oh wow, we got everything. So we're up against Dragon type. Maybe another Duraludon or a Rayquaza. Water. So I think it's a Kyurem deck. Could be a Kyurem deck. I'm not sure how to pronounce that dragon. Kyurem, Kyurem. We got a Metal Energy, that's great. Level Ball doesn't work for V cards. The only way you can summon a V is with a Sonia, Pokekid, Great Ball, Quick Ball, Pokeball, or Dream Ball. Obviously you can summon a VMAX, but you need to draw it as a prize card. And what else can you do? A Pierre's, obviously. But item cards, there are not many item cards that let you bring out your V card. Cherish Ball is so strong. You can bring out a basic GX, Tag Team GX, a Stage 1 GX, Stage 2 GX. You can bring out anything with a Cherish Ball. So we have to use a Crobat. They are doing 170 the next turn if we do that, but we have no choice. Because otherwise we're not going to be able to use a supporter card. We're not going to be able to do anything. Hopefully we get a supporter card at least. No supporter card. Wow, okay. Shocker. Too many supporter cards on the last turn, on the last game. And no supporter cards this game. Wow. Very drastic difference. So they're playing Drampa. Wow, interesting. Fighting and Water Energy. Melanie doesn't work for your non-V card though. You need Raihan. Raihan is the only thing that can work for Drampa. I've made this deck before, so I know that Melanie is not gonna work. But they probably have something else other than the Drampa. Probably Water V cards. Melanie helps with your Zapdos, but if they are playing a lot of V cards, you don't need extra energy to your Zapdos. All you need is that 1 fighting energy. 2 Crobats on their bench and a active VMAX is all you need for Zapdos to attack with 1 energy. We got Quick Ball, Sonia. So the reason I have this useless card, a lot of people say this card is useless, but I quite like it because you get to summon 2. Not only do you get to summon 2 basic, you also have the option of picking out your basic energy cards. So sometimes we may need to use Sonia for energy cards just because we have very few basic energy in this deck. We only have 2 fighting and 4 metal energy in this deck, and we actually need to attach energy every turn to be able to attack with GMAX pulverization, so that we actually force our opponent to target this VMAX, so that we actually get to pile enough damage counters to do mirror pain for extra damage. Because if we do double the damage, if we attack with this one and our single price card, that's gonna make a huge difference. If we only attack with Wobbuffet, then they're just gonna boss order and not hit our Duraludon V at all. So attaching to your Duraludon V is definitely a good deal, but they're just gonna attack. If they attack with Suicune, can they kill us? 170 is not enough, so I think I'm just gonna Sonia for energy cards. I don't think that's wise though. So we're just gonna discard something. Let's discard 1 Wobbuffet. Or Crobat, I suppose. Should we do that? Let's do it. Should have used research first, but if we do that, we may not get Wobbuffet anymore. We may not get Crobat anymore because we just used up 3 quick balls. So Marnie or... oh my goodness. We need to evolve and attach that 1 energy card. Crobat did nothing for us. Okay, we got something. No energy cards though. So here comes Suicune. If they use a Melanie, they can actually attack us very easily. So they're playing Dragonite as well. That's why they have a Melanie. Melanie works for Dragonite. Melanie works for Suicune. So Crushing Hammer. Tails, fortunately. We made a deck from Dragonite and Drumpa as well, but we have no Suicune, we have no Zapdos. We have a Frostless, I think. Frostless, Melanie, Dragonite, Drumpa. If you want to check out that video, go to the playlist or one of the videos in our channel. Just check it out and you'll see that we actually made this deck. Zapdos is interesting though, because you add that extra flexibility that helps you attack with only 1 energy for 170 damage. That's actually a lot because you are not doing a 1-hit knockout with either your Dragonite or Drumpa anyways. So collecting the knockout with your Zapdos is actually quite smart. Provided your opponent plays a lot of V cards. If they don't, then obviously don't put this into play at all. Unless you're stuck with it as your first active, then you have no choice but to play it. I think it has retreat cost, 1 energy retreat cost. So they have no cards in their hand, but they can actually draw 1 on the next turn. Draw a card. Yep, draw a card, that's all. We have to discard 2 Duraludons. That's bad. What the hell? That's so bad. Should we use a switch? I really don't think I should. I don't want to discard my Duraludon though. I don't think we have a choice here. If we don't do anything, we're dead. We're done for. So no more VMAX. That's our last VMAX. We have no way of healing our cards as well. So if that thing dies, we're done for. Let's just compress the deck by 1 Abomasnow. And use Mirror Pain already. They can't actually attack. They can attack with that one actually. So that was our mistake actually. Big mistake. But if they attack with Zapdos, they're gonna have to retreat, you know. They're gonna have to attach energy, retreat, because otherwise they can't attack Duraludon. So it has 200, oh my bad, 200 HP and resistant to fighting. Thanks to our toughness boost, they can't actually knock it out. Wow. 120 plus 50 plus that big charm 30. So I actually carelessly attached that just because we have no more Duraludon to attach it to. So I attached to my main attackers, not realizing that I actually could avoid a Thunderous Kick knockout. So Galarian Zapdos cannot knock it out after toughness boost. We don't even need this big charm. All we need is a toughness boost, because it's resistant towards fighting type. So there we go, they took the bait. But 2 hits is enough though. 2 hits is enough to knock us out. So we have to charge up our Duraludon, bring out another Wobbuffet. Oh my god. They killed it. Okay, this is annoying. So at least we are drawing cards. Let's put another Snubber. Should we do that? I don't think we should do that. So let's put a Wobbuffet. Draw more cards. No energy. Okay, that's bad. 220, we get to knock it out though. 250. Can they knock us out with Dragonite? They have a special energy though. So thank God for Aurora. Thank God for Aurora. But all they need is a path to the peak. If they can find their path to the peak in time, they can actually knock us out. So we're just gonna attach fighting here. If they play Crushing Hammer again, I'm gonna be pissed. I think it was Zapdos though. Discard a special energy from your... Oh right, it is Zapdos. Zapdos discarded the energy. So here comes Dragonite. If they have a boss order, that would be bad. Oh shit, they actually used a boss order on us. Oh, they didn't. Oh right, Aurora. I forgot about Aurora. They can't do damage to us. That is madness. They did 0 damage. They did damage to themselves, to their own Suicune. One more hit, one more Dragon Gale, and their Suicune is dead. Their Suicune is dead. Here comes Frostlass. They need to retreat and use that miserable fleet-footed ability to draw an energy card. If they don't draw an energy, they're dead. I don't think they have water energy in their discard pile. Oh, they do. Well, it just flew a full circle. Let's see if they draw an energy card. They need a basic energy card, but obviously they already used up so many Aurora. It's actually quite likely for them to draw a basic. Well played. So let's just attach to our Wobbuffet, I suppose. 1 to Wobbuffet and max polarization. All we need to do is retreat. We don't even need a switch card, because we have enough to retreat unless they play a Galar Mine. All they need is a path to the peak to be able to do damage. 250 with Dragon Gale is actually enough, but now they have no more energy card. They have to restart all over. But all they need is 1 Melanie, 1 energy, and 1 Frostlass. That's all they need. So we got a twin. I think we have to... Let's do that one actually. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm gonna retreat to this one. And then put a Dina Tree Hill. And then use Mirror Paint. So Wobbuffet, I'm just gonna use Wobbuffet from now on. All we need is that one more twin energy for the last Wobbuffet. I think we have one more Wobbuffet in the deck. I'm not sure. 170 is not enough though. Oopsie, my bad. 170 is not enough. Okay, we may not be able to do it anymore. Jeez, this is bad. I think we just screwed ourselves over. But I'm a bit afraid of that Dragonite because they can actually knock us out with one hit. And we have no more VMAXs in this deck. We just discarded everything. So Pierre's. We have to use a Sonia, then Pierre's the next turn. So we got one fighting energy. We can't use Duraludon anymore. That is our last Aurora, I think. Oh, we have one more Aurora in the prize card. So let's just discard Duraludon and Mirror Paint. It's quite an interesting game because it's quite close. All they need is Boss Order and that one Lightning energy card. But if they don't have Lightning though, they can't actually knock us out. It looks like they are playing Aurora to replace that fighting energy and to replace that lightning energy. So they actually need lightning or fighting to be able to hit our Dragonite, our Duraludon. Otherwise they can't. Or just get a path to the peak. Don't think they are playing that stadium card in this deck. Path to the peak. Path to the peak. I think that was a crushing hammer. Was that a crushing hammer? Yep. Another Frostlass. So it has 170 HP. Zapdos can't knock it out. Oh, that is sad. That is so sad. Zapdos can't knock it out. But if they knock out our Abomasnow, is gonna do a double knockout, so we have to be careful of that. Should we do a switch? Let's do a switch actually. I don't think I want to do that actually. We actually don't have energy cards anymore. So this is quite bad. Oh my goodness, this is super bad. I suppose we have no choice. All they need is a boss order though. We need 3 turns. We need 3 turns to be able to... Oh, we got a twin. Perfect. We got a twin. Okay. Oh, thank God. I thought that was our last twin. So we don't need to attach one by one to use pulverization. All we need to do is use another Wobbuffet. So they can't kill 2 Wobbuffets at the same time. Even if they knock this out, this one still survive. If they knock that one out, then the other two still survives. So they can't actually knock out both Wobbuffets, but they just put our special energy back at the bottom of our deck, but we can shuffle with this one. So let's hope we get our special energy. We're just gonna put a Crobat just because we have that switch card. So not gonna use switch first, obviously. Crobat. Okay, we got to research though. So let's shuffle the deck. Compress it actually. Should we be confident and just use it? Should we do that? Because all they need is a boss order now. Let's do it. We're definitely gonna get a twin. We're definitely gonna get a twin. Okay, we got no twin. Okay, we're dead. Because we just discarded our Aurora energy card. Yep, we're dead. We died, guys. I'm sorry. I can't believe this. We died. There's no way we can attack with that thing anymore. We can actually attack with this one though. Metal Claw. Metal Claw actually does it. Oh, that was stupid. We should have used Metal Claw. Yeah, we can't win anymore. We have no more energy cards. We should have used Metal Claw. I didn't realize Metal Claw does so much damage. My bad. I can't believe we lost that one. I shouldn't have retreated because I just wasted so much energy cards. I wasted so much energy cards. That Duraludon VMAX as well. If we have another VMAX, then we will be able to... Those switch cards didn't turn up at the right time also. But using that Duraludon would have been smart. Using Metal Claw, because they actually have 4 prize cards remaining, so... I wasn't thinking straight. Oh well. Let's hope this one is better than the last one. The last one was just ugly. Eternatus VMAX. Don't think they can knock us out. If they can, it would be a miracle, but I don't think it would be that big of a miracle. Just because Eternatus is super fast. You can't use 2 Crobats in a turn though, at least we have that. They probably have a Bird Keeper in hand or a switch already. So here comes Crobat. If they don't put a Crobat, I'm gonna cut my head off for you. So they have a switch, that's why they attached the Banj one. Please don't kill our Duraludon. Just don't, please. How many do they need though? They need 8. They need 2 more. Oh, that's why they attached that one. They have an energy switch though. All they need is 2 more. Let's hope they don't get that 2 more. They need an energy switch and 2 more. Okay. We're gonna evolve here. Attach an Aurora. Should we attach Aurora now? Let's be confident. Let's try it. Put that one and then Marnie. Okay, we got VMAX. Alright, now we have 380 HP. All we need is a big charm to add our HP even more. They can't knock us out now, not even with the Zigzagoons. Alright, we can't attack still, but next turn we can. So we're not attacking the next turn though, because 2 hit is enough to knock us out. We're doing 200 plus damage. So 1 more hit is all it takes, so we have to switch now. So let's just use Quick Ball for Crobat. We need a switch and an energy. So Bird Keeper, Twin Energy or Switch Energy is gonna help us. We got Big Charm though. Big Charm is gonna help a little bit, I suppose. Is it gonna help the active? I don't know. 200, they can knock us already. So let's just attach to that one. We need a switch and a twin energy. That's a lot actually. Okay, we can't actually do it. We can't do it, but it's okay. All we can do is to prepare for the next one. Prepare a switch for the next Duraludon. It's quite annoying that we didn't get our switch card. We have 2 Bird Keepers and I think 3 Bird Keepers, 3 Bird Keepers and 4 switch cards in this deck. We have so many Eternatus. Oh my god. So let's just stall, and they can boss order us though. So if they boss order, they can actually win the game very easily. All they need to do is boss order. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Eternatus is too fast. We didn't get our switch card in time. It's quite bogus. We have 0 switch cards. We have 6 switch cards in the deck. We got 0. Not a single one. Oh my god. We're discarding so many energy cards. If we don't get a switch with a Crobat and a Research, I'm gonna be mad. So we're gonna use a Marnie here. 240, 2 Wobbuffets, a few Wobbuffets. If they don't get their boss order, they can't knock us out yet. But if they do, then we're done for. Let's just put this one just in case they Marnie. So 240. At least we knock out 1 VMAX. At least we have that. I'm actually preparing them for. I'm preparing them to use a boss order. You know, if they use a boss order just now, they can actually knock out a Wobbuffet and a Crobat V, and that's enough to win the game. So they don't really need much. All they need now is a boss order and an energy, because hiding allows them to retreat as well. So boss order, energy switch, or energy. They don't need a lot of things. Yeah, I'm just gonna put well played here. If they don't win this turn, I have nothing to say. They have to win this turn. 1000%. Here comes boss order. What? That's a huge surprise. They probably have it in hand, but they're just giving us false hope. So if we win this game, it would be crazy, you know, it would be very crazy. We got an Avery, guys. We got an Avery. So down to 3 bench Pokemon. 3 bench Pokemon. So they are doing how many damage? 120 damage. But Wobbuffet, 120 can't knock it out though. Thank god. because he has big charm now. Let's do big charm on that one actually. Should we do big charm on that one? Nah, let's just leave it. There's no point anyways. So let's just use this one. All they need is a boss order and fill up their bench though. They need to fill up their bench. So Avery actually helped us. Surprise, surprise, we got an Avery. We actually need to get boss order. Dang it. We have that one boss order though. So one last prize card. Damn it. 190, they can actually knock us out with a Moltres. Jeez. They can knock us out with a Moltres. Boss order Crobat, knock it out with a Moltres. Yeah, we can't win anymore. There's no possible way we can win this game. Unless we top deck a boss order. That's the only way. Yep, we didn't get boss order. No more Dedenes in this deck. No more Dedenes in the starter format, so no way we can get boss order. That one boss order is all we need. So we're just gonna do the silly thing and... Oh, it actually has toughness boost. Toughness boost and big charm actually helps it a lot. So Bird Keeper is gonna help us here. Bird Keeper to draw more cards. And then switch the next turn. Yeah, let's do that one actually. We're gonna attach to this one, right? Yeah, they have boss order in their hand. They definitely have boss order in their hand. Like they only discarded one boss order. They definitely have more boss orders. Like, come on. I'm not sure why they are not using boss orders yet. Boss order Crobat, boss order anything really. Boss order anything. Because they have one prize card left. 210. We need boss order. We still didn't get our boss order. What? Oh man. $200. We can't win anymore. We still didn't get our boss order. Yeah, there's no point anymore. It was very close though. It was very close. Super close. Should we just do this one? Let's try. Let's try and retreat. This is ridiculous. This is very ridiculous, but let's try. Yeah, they do 210, so they can win already. Yeah, it was very close actually. All we need is boss order to knock out that one. Oh wow. We got 2 losses in a row. But oh well. I think it was 3 losses in a row. But the first one was bad hand. The second one was actually my bad decision. The third one was Eternatus. You can't do anything against Eternatus. Eternatus is too fast. It's just way too fast. It's a standard meta deck. So I don't like meta decks. If you play Urshifu, you can win Eternatus though. Urshifu is gonna be very strong against Eternatus VMAX. There's no Eternatus single price card interestingly. We should have used a research just now. If we use the research, we may actually get another switch card and that boss order, and that would have helped us. So we still get no supporter cards. I really don't like this game because we have such a bad hand always. So they're playing Suicune V with their Inteleon and their Melanie. Very interesting combo. With Ice Rider, okay, let's see if we can win Ice Rider Inteleon. I don't want to play this game anymore. Like, I'm just gonna concede. We got no supporter cards. That's just bogus. That's bogus. They got Drizzles, they got so many things. And Ice Rider is just too fast. I don't want to play against fast decks. Like, for God's sake, just give us a normal person. Just give us a normal deck, please. This game is so annoying. If they see you winning a few games with a new deck, they're just gonna destroy your soul and just continually give you a bad hand, never-ending bad hands. So I think they are playing Zoroark. Let's see what they are playing here. If they play Zoroark, it's actually very interesting because they can be playing any stage 1 Pokemons. So I'm just gonna pause the turn because attaching the Aurora is gonna be useless because we have 4 twin energies for that Wobbuffet. So I don't want to waste that Aurora for my... It's better to attach this to a Duraludon because Duraludon, you need all those different type energies to be able to use your G-Max attack. So it looks like they're using Wheezing to block off the ability, to shut off our Pokemon's abilities. Galarian Wheezing and Zoroark. So my gang stalkers have finally arrived. They left me alone for a while, but now they have finally arrived. They are back here, trying to cause havoc again, but I'm just gonna ignore them. A lot of people is gonna say I'm crazy, like I'm losing my mind, whatever. Don't really care. It's my neighbors, they are the crazy ones. Narcissistic psychopath. They have no lives of their own. They really have no lives. So we're just gonna discard Big Charm here. We need our switches. Switches are precious. So switch to that one. And then tank damage. Evolve to recover that poison damage. And then do something else later. I think we should have just... Yeah, it may have been wiser to just discard that switch card just because we may have to use research to discard everything anyways. So wow, it's very interesting. They're using the Wheezing. So Zorok Wheezings, that's so cool because you have your Galarian Wheezing and your other Wheezing that has the attack that does 20x damage for each energy attached to all of your Pokemon, each dark energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So you actually get to have a lot of your double Wheezings in play. But obviously you can't apply more than one energy factory ability at a time. But Zorok actually does a lot for you. Because all you need, if you don't have enough coughings, then you actually get to use your Zorok to transform into a factory ability Wheezing. The Galarian Wheezing with the energy factory ability to boost this attack damage by multiply the damage that it does by 2. Ascension. So we're just gonna attach and evolve just because they're not using neutralizing gas, they're not using severe poison, so we don't actually need to worry about the poison. We got 2 energies already. All we need is one more metal energy though. We need metal energy. So we got no supporter cards again, stuck with a dead hand again. I'm not sure why we have so many Crobats, so many Quick Balls, so many supporter cards, but we got nothing over and over. Just over and over, nothing. They Marnied us. Yep, they used the Marnie on us, which is actually good because we have Research and Bird Keeper in hand. So Research is gonna discard too many of our switch cards, and we actually can't use Bird Keeper because we want to be attacking with this one. So they are doing not a lot of damage, but I suppose it's enough. I think they're using Mixing Toxin because they get to confuse our Pokemon and attach extra energy cards. So we got nothing again. We're just gonna pause the turn here. Peonia for that one card on the prize, but they just put cards back into the prize, so they actually know what's in their prize. Only the 3 cards though, only those 3 cards in their prize. So they're doing 160. That's madness. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. So we can tank and 200. If they have a Galarian Moltres though, then we are dead. Let's just try tanking again. It's horrible that we got such a bad hand. It's just horrible. Marnie always destroys everyone. 320. Okay, we got a research finally. We're just gonna not do that. We're just gonna not attach. We're just not gonna put anything on the bench because we may actually get to use a Crobat. Okay, we got a twin, that's perfect. We're actually reducing their attack cost as well. Energy, what do you call that? Energy card count. So we're not using a Crobat just because if they knock out a Crobat, they're getting extra prize cards. So we're only collecting 1 prize card at a time. But they are doing double damage though, so they can actually knock out our Wobbuffet already by attaching that 1 energy. But looks like they're using Mixing Toxin. Oh, a Smog Burst. Oh, they can actually attack because that's actually double energy. My bad. So I think we're just gonna try and put this one. Or should we just use that one? I think we have to use this one though. It really comes down to how many Weezings they have, how many Zoroarks they have. Oh my god, this is so bad. Because we need twin, all they need is that one energy card. All they need is one energy. It's ridiculous. But they can't actually play Peonia if they don't have other cards in their hand. If Peonia is their only card, then they can't actually put any other card from their hand into the prize. So they need at least 2 cards, including that Peonia, to be able to use that supporter. That's interesting to know. Anything but Jet. Hi, anything but Jet. Sorry, I just checked back the chat because I didn't really I didn't have the headspace to focus on too many things at a time. So hello, anything. How's it going, Budget? So they couldn't knock us out because they have no energy. Fortunately, they had no energy. So all we need to do is attach energy one at a time, and then get out another energy card. So discard our Marley, Corina, I suppose. I don't want to use Crobat just because, you know, Crobat is scary. We should have actually attached to our Wobbuffet that energy, that big charm, because it actually avoids the knockout. Because 3 I don't think is enough. Oh, 240 is actually enough, right? So there's no point attaching that. Yeah, thanks Bajat. See you next time. Thanks for joining us in the stream. I really appreciate that. So Weezing, but that one turn, passing that one turn gives us a lot, helps us a lot, because all we need to do is attach another energy to our Duraludon and then attack with pulverization. 2 pulverization and they're done. They have no more Zoroarks, no more basic Pokemon in play. They're attaching 1 energy at a time. If they have a Moltres, it might actually help a little bit more. But I don't think they need Moltres anymore because that's actually perfect actually. That deck is so strong. Zoroark with your double Weezing, doing that Smog Burst for insane damage. That's so cool. Very smart. I built a Zoroark with Sandaconda, but I never thought of Zoroark with that Smog Burst. I've thought of the Moltres, Galarian Moltres with the charging ability, you know, attach 2 energy from your hand as you put it onto your bench. That Moltres with the Weezing Smog Burst, but I've never thought of Zoroark with Weezing. That's so cool. So let's go for another game, probably our last game here. We've gone on for like 1 hour 34 minutes. I didn't realize that that's really long. So let's just get a Sonia for our 2 key cards here. Do we have Duraludon already? Nope. So let's get those 2. Metal Energy. That's it, I suppose. Never pass the turn playing a Crobat. Especially on your first turn, they're gonna Marnie you 1000%. Marnie always love to show up on your opponent's hand early on, and they love to use Marnie. I don't know why. Oh, they have no supporter cards. Surprise, surprise. But all they need is a Drizzile. All they need is a level ball even. Oh my god, crazy bloody Drizziles. So if they knock us out, we can actually evolve again. Should we put that Snubber? Nah. We need our energy cards, but I know that Marnie is gonna screw us. I know she's gonna screw us. So I'm just gonna do something really weird here because I don't think we have any chance of winning if we don't go big. Because it is an Ice Rider, they're doing things real fast. So let's go super big and use a Crobat and a Research. But it looks like we have quite a good hand. Should we use a Marnie instead? Let's try a Marnie. It's gonna give us a very bad hand. I know it. Marnie's just gonna destroy us. But it doesn't seem like it is. So should we just retreat? Or should have attached an Aurora. So don't know what to do now. I don't think we can win this game. Ice Rider, you can't win Ice Rider. Like, Ice Rider is annoying. They need 2 strikes to knock out this one. And if they don't boss order us, that would be great though. Because we have a lot more Wobbuffets, but we just wasted that twin energy. We wasted a turn attaching to anything but our Duraludon, and we wasted another turn. No, we wasted another energy card, a special energy card. So let's hope we have another Crobat in the deck. If they don't play a path to the peak, then that Crobat may help us. Okay, no path, that's good. Okay, no evolution card as well. Wow, that is such a surprise. No Drizzile, that's so surprising. So we're not gonna play. I don't think we need to play that Dina Tree Hill. And I don't think we need anything anymore. They're gonna hit us though the next turn. So let's just retreat to that one. The 2 energy cost one. And just waste, it's gonna be wasted anyways. If they knock it out, that twin is gonna be destroyed anyways. I actually attached to Wobbuffet preparing for a switch because we have a lot of switch cards, not sure why they didn't turn up. So if we can switch, then that twin is actually saved. I actually get to save that twin energy. But I don't want to waste my Aurora. Aurora is more precious than your twin because we only have 3 copies of Aurora in this deck. And Aurora actually helps your Duraludon a lot. And here comes Ice Rider. We actually get to at least get to hit one. Okay, we got Bird Keeper though. That's annoying because we actually need Bird Keeper. So we may not have Crobat in the deck anymore. So I may just keep the Bird Keeper. I really don't know what to do. I don't think we can afford to have that small of a hand. So I'm just gonna discard the Bird Keeper. We have a lot of switch cards in the deck anyways. There we go. So discard Sonia. And then evolve Abomasnow. Which is quite a tricky deck to play because it's quite complex, you know. So we got Twin and Switch. If we research that, we bet But if they Marnie us, it would be bad for us as well. But I don't think they're gonna Marnie. They're probably gonna prepare their next Ice Rider with a Melanie. Let's hope they do that. If they Marnie, then that would be super bad for us. They actually have the luxury to use a Marnie right now. But if they don't get a good hand with that Marnie, they may not be able to do much unless they have one level ball. One level ball is all they need. One evolution incense. Or Drizzle, all those Drizzles. Oh my god. Annoying Drizzle. And then Inteleon, snipe. Please don't use a Marnie. Yay! Oh my gosh, no Marnie still. That's a big surprise. And they use Max Lance, 250. So all they need is a boss order now. Switch, Twin Energy. We have to prepare our next Duraludon. So Karina's focus. Next Duraludon. And should we attach our big charm? I don't think so. Mirror Pain. Yay! That's so cool. If we get a twin, that would be great. Because our next Duraludon is actually very slow to build it up. It's very slow. If we get to use another Wobbuffet, that would be great. Before it gets knocked out. If they boss or knock it out, then we have to charge this one at a time. Or maybe charge up the Wobbuffet. 2 Wobbuffets. That might not be wise though. Yeah, it's actually too slow. Our deck is a bit too slow because we're attaching 1 energy at a time to Duraludon, and we're waiting for Duraludon to get hit to be able to use our Mirror Pain. Otherwise, we can't use that attack. So boss order is all they need. Drizzle is all they need. If they have 1 Drizzle, then they can boss order and we're dead. 1 Drizzle is all they need. That's how annoying this Ice Rider deck is. Ice Rider is just impossible to win. Unless you're playing a Zacian. If you play a Zacian, you can win it very easily. What else are they gonna pick, right? So all we can do now is to attach 1 by 1 to that Duraludon. Wait for it to tank enough damage to use. But they can use Drizzle for another boss order. That's the bad thing. All they need is a Drizzle, as I said, as I keep saying. So no Bronzong, no Metal Saucer, no way of fast charging your Duraludon VMAX. That's the super bad thing about this deck. Yeah, I don't think we can win this one. Oh well, we give it our best shot anyways. So let's just put another Wobbuffet. All we can do is hope they don't get their Drizzles in time. Okay, they just... Oh my god, they won already because they have 2 prize cards left. Okay, I'm just gonna end it right there. Because they're all playing all of those cheat decks. I call it the cheat deck because it's too fast. And it's, you know, you're not really using much of your brain. You're just copying everyone else, using the overpowered decks. Urshifu VMAX, Blaziken VMAX, and all of those Rayquaza VMAXs. You don't really need to use your brain much. So I'm trying to challenge myself and make a deck out of Wobbuffet. So that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We are featuring our Wobbuffet, single strike Wobbuffet with this split squash deck. So the reason it's called split squash is because we are featuring this mirror pain attack, this pain split attack, which allows you to put damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. As many damage counter as any one of your bench Pokemon that has damage counters on it. So if you have your Duraludon VMAX, you know, injured, heavily injured, you can actually switch to your Wobbuffet to attack with 300 plus damage, because we actually get to tank a lot of damage with this card. The reason being, we are playing our Single Strike Abomasnow to add 50 HP to our Single Strike Duraludon card, and we also have our Big Charm to add that extra 30 HP, essentially adding up to 410 HP to our VMAX Pokemon. So this is how strong this card is gonna be. The HP is gonna be insane. We are attaching one energy at a time to our Duraludon VMAX. All we need is one twin energy to be able to attack with Mirror Pain, but we actually need 3 different types of energy to be able to attack with Gmax Powerization. So that is why we have our Aurora energy. We have 2 copies of our basic fighting and 4 copies of our basic metal energy for our Duraludon VMAX. So we have 1 Dina Tree heal just in case they heal their Pokemons, because sometimes they may be pesky and not attack. They may not attack your Duraludon VMAX with that much damage to start with, so that actually they get to collect the knockout by knocking it out later on, you know, collecting the prize card by you know, destroying your strategy by collecting a, you know, tiny amount of damage on your Duraludon VMAX before doing the knockout hit with a huge amount of damage later on. So that may be their strategy. If they avoid your strategy, if they try to make you make this attack, Mirror Pain attack, void, if they try to make this attack useless, then at least we actually get to attack with our Duraludon VMAX. Gmax Powerization is a strong attack as well, 220 damage. You get to avoid Glaceon VMAX's ability, you get to avoid Zamazenta V, Altaria, Decidueye, the list goes on. You get to bypass so many things, Stone Energy as well. So you get to ignore all effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, doing a raw 220 damage with only 3 energy costs, but it is 2 metal and 1 fighting. That is why we need our Aurora energy cards in this deck. And we actually have no Rods and no Raihan in this deck, so we have no Bronzong Metal Saucer as well. So it's actually quite slow to build up in a sense. But if once we build up, once everything is set up, we're ready to go. All we need to do is switch a lot of times. That is why we have a lot of switch cards, because all of our Pokemon are super heavy. There are 3 energy retreat costs, 2 energy retreat cost cards, except for Crobat, which is 1. But we're not attacking with the Crobat, so we actually need to switch a lot of times to be able to use Mirror Pain, constantly. Immediately after using our first Gmax Powerization, we tank a lot of damage and then switch to our Wobbuffet to do our first Mirror Pain, and then a lot of Mirror Pains, as many Mirror Pains as we can before that Duraludon VMAX gets knocked out, and then tank with another VMAX, and then use switch once more to play your Mirror Pain. So that is the main strategy for this deck: switch, Mirror Pain, switch, Mirror Pain, switch, Mirror Pain. So if we can't do that, if we don't have a good hand, or if we can't find our switch cards in time, then at least we get to attack with Gmax Powerization by attaching 1 energy at a time. But obviously you can't attach your energy card, you can't attach a twin to your Wobbuffet, and at the same time you can't you can't attach an energy card both to your Duraludon and a Wobbuffet at the same time. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's why it's quite bad, because this deck is super slow, because you actually need to attach 1 energy at a time to be able to use your Gmax attack, which is the main thing that actually puts pressure on your opponent, so that they are actually it actually forces them to damage your Duraludon VMAX and try to knock it out before you get to do any damage with your Mirror Pain, before you get to do any damage with your Gmax Powerization as well. So that is all for this deck. We also have our Marnie, Research, and our regular supporter cards: Birdkeeper, Avery, and Sonia, Boss Order. 3 copies of Sonia, because we need a lot of basic Pokemons to start with. We need our Snubber and our Duraludon to start with. We need 2 basic Pokemon so that at least we get 380 HP fast early on our Duraludon VMAX, so they can't actually knock it out with 1 hit at all. And we also have Big Charm to add those extra HP to increase the upper limit of our HP to our VMAX card. So we also have 2 Crobats to increase our draw, 1 Dina Tree Hill to prevent our opponent from healing, and 1 Corina's Focus in this deck as well. And that's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed this deck. We are signing up now. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, or fulfilling in any way. We will see you on the next one, and have a nice day. It's called the Split Squash deck today, and we're tune in for the next one for another exciting new deck featuring new cards and new combos. And we'll see you next time. Bye guys!